Hello, sweet friend. My name is Micah, and in this video, I thought we could decorate some journal pages together. I have some cute fall, autumn stickers and PET tapes, and I thought it would be fun to, just have a cozy journal with me session together. And this is a Hobonichi Weeks from 2023 that I decided to redate for the last couple of months that remain in this year and use that as my journal, and that has been working great. And yes, I said in my most recent journal chat that I would stick it out in the Sterling B6, but something that I had mentioned in that video as well is that though I like the undated part of this, I was missing the sort of dated daily check-in. And so I had been wondering if I would enjoy something like a weekly journal. And since I had this unused Hobonichi Weeks laying about, and I wanted to make sure that I know what I want for 2025, I figured why not try it out for the rest of the year, and then I have more information to go on for 2025. And so yeah, here we are, and I so far have been really enjoying it. So as you can see, I just do like a little bit of a daily log, a daily check-in with some things, and then on the right-hand side, I do either put in more ephemera from that week or just do a general reflection if there's been sort of a theme to the week. But I could also see myself just answering journal prompts on this page. That would be fun. And then for any additional journaling, I'm just using the back pages. And so, yeah, that's been working really, really great. And so what I've been doing is I do these decorations in advance just to have something on the page, something cute to look at, something to, get over the blank page. And so I thought we could do a couple of these together and just add some little collage bits here and there. And this was perfect timing and not planned. I got the STICKII subscription pack for October. And what is special about this is that I actually contributed a sticker sheet for this. So this is so very exciting. So this is the vintage pack, and the name of this one is Raining Cats and Dogs. Such a cute theme. And so this is actually the first time I've received a STICKII Club subscription. I've bought standalone sticker sheets from them before, but never gotten the subscription, so this is kind of fun. So here we have some notes pages with this gorgeous lady and her cats and dogs. Really sweet. I love that color combination of this reddish color with the blue. So pretty. And then what's in here? I think we have some die cut stickers. Oh yeah, with some gold foil. Look at that. Yeah, like big specks of gold in there. That's cool. Neat. Wow, that's really special. Okay. And then on the opposite side, we have all the sticker sheets for this month. And right up top, I promise I didn't put them there. Well, maybe I can get a blank piece of paper. I think this is gonna help show you the sheets. But here it is. These I designed for STICKII Club, and they decided to print them on this see-through, this transparent sticker paper. So fun. Yeah, they turned out great. I hope this isn't too self-involved, but yeah, I'm just excited to be using them in my weeks, and so I figured I'd share. And then we have some more beautiful cats and dogs. I think this pack is just so fun. Look at these cuties. They're tiny. They're just tiny dogs, all these different breeds, and like black and white. I think, yeah, this is also kind of clear sticker paper. Really fun. And then here we have some fallish, Halloweenish cats and witches with some gold foil. That's really cool with that tan background. That's a nice look. And then here's the artist. Very fun. And so I think you can't sign up for the subscription pack anymore, but you can buy these individually. I don't know how soon they go up in the shop after the subscriptions have been sent out, but I'll keep you updated. And these are some really dapper dogs. So fun. These are gonna be fun to put on. And then here we have some cat fake postage stamps. So cute and very cozy colors. Yeah, that's neat. The cat with the ribbons, so cute. Oh, and then just there's a not actual postage, but that's the artist, I'm assuming. Really fun. And then some cats with some flowers and plants. These are so precious. And this is by David Cook's Love. Cute. And then these are so fun as well. These are very vintage looking. I bet this artwork actually is vintage. These dogs in these really fancy frames. That's really fun. I want to use those as well. And then you also get a postcard. Oh no, this is like actually a greeting card. So we have these cats at a lake. And some cats walking in the back. That's cool. With a transparent envelope. Wow, that's really cool. So yeah, I thought we can use some of these maybe to decorate some pages. And then I also still have some fall cats from my subscription Cat Collage Club. So I want to use some of these because I love the fall colors and all the Halloween costumes. Got to make use of that. And then I also recently got some PET tape samples. So we have all of these cute flowers and stems and branches and twigs. And I thought this color palette matched really well. And then I also pulled out this PET tape sample that might work as well. This is not necessarily fallish, but some of the colors might go. And then of course I also have my general stickers and printouts, especially from Erin Ware. I think I printed out recently some florals that also have some fall colors, so maybe we can use some of those. Yeah, and just have a cozy collaging session together. I don't think I've done that in a while. And first up, so I got these stickers yesterday. I was thinking I was gonna put one of these cuties right there. Maybe the dog there with the flower. Not the flower, the leaf. I think he fits there quite beautifully. Oh, so cute. There he is. That's really sweet. Wow, that's really thin sticker paper that they've used. That's great. Maybe I'll zoom you in too. Okay, maybe you can see better now, hopefully. All right, so I have noticed that I need to be mindful of how much I stick into the spine, though I like the look of this because it ties both pages together. I think that'll overall add a lot of bulk to the pages if I do that too often. So I also like to just focus on the corners because then it gives me more space in case I want to put in like a big photo or something like that. But yeah, let's see. So this is another week in October, and then we have this week that is a little bit of October with Halloween on the Thursday. and going through Sunday. So I definitely want to see if I can put more of the more Halloween-y stuff on these two spreads. So we have these pumpkin cats, a ghosty cat, and then where's my little... There, we have the cat with the pumpkin and the... I think that's what I want for Halloween week. Yeah, let's plan on that. And then here maybe we can do pumpkin cat and maybe one of these dogs. Yeah, that might be fun. Like put a big picture up there and then we can just layer a little bit. I have been trying to be a bit more, what's the word? Loose or associative with my little clusters. Oftentimes I want to have them make sense, but I think I want to try a little bit more making them just look good. So for example, this this picture with the dogs and then having a pumpkin cat in front, maybe that doesn't make logical sense, but if it looks right, it is right, that kind of idea. Oh, and then these little patterned pieces, I've also made those for the Cat Collage Club collection for October. So if you sign up, you can get these as well, because I have been really loving adding patterns everywhere. And so I designed these little bits and pieces for collaging with them. And yeah, I think I want this painting right here with the two dogs. That looks cute. Like so. Well, and now if I put that there, then that's maybe a little too wide. So maybe we focus on having some of these here. And I don't mind them covering up some of the dates, because as long as I know more or less what week that is, that's fine. And I guess that's the same thing, yeah, if I put more in those. This is gonna get too wide. What about our fancy dogs? I don't know. Maybe we add some florals. Something that is really nice about these PT tapes is that you can just hold it next to the thing and then you can just kind of try it on for size and make a decision that way. And I like adding florals to these collage-y bits because it breaks up it all being rectangular. So this is rectangular, these strips are rectangular, so if you add a bit of floral, then it breaks out of that and makes it a bit more interesting. Maybe this one? Although that's maybe a bit long. The fern might be nice. Yeah, or this little squiggly bit there, right there. Let's try that. So yeah, if you decorate, do you pre-decorate or do you wait for the day or the week to decorate your pages? Let me know. Yeah, so far this has been working just fine to have a little bit already on the page. Something that I recently came across and that I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions on is, so I was watching a YouTube video by someone who, I think they were doing a PhD program or some sort of, they were a researcher or whatever, and they were making a video about journaling and how their journals have helped them sort of in their studies, which was a very interesting topic. And there was nothing wrong with the video. what was interesting and maybe even slightly upsetting is maybe too strong a word. But what I found frustrating was the comment section. And the thing was that a lot of commenters in the comment section were talking about how they were so happy to see a video about journaling that wasn't about stickers. And I understand why people could get frustrated with the overly commercialized and product-based videos out there. And that it can be refreshing to see somebody talk about a different kind of journaling that is more text-based and more research-based. Like, I totally understand. The thing was that I felt like some of the way these commenters were phrasing that was very much like people who use stickers in their journals were in the wrong, that they have somehow missed what journaling is about. And that I found pretty upsetting, because that is so presumptuous, you know? If you claim that you know how that journaling is only right if it's text-based, and somebody who enjoys having cute stickers and other visuals with it is in the wrong, then, like, who says that you know what is right for the person? And maybe for context, that was also a week where my husband had gone to the post office and was trying to send a comic book as media mail. And the lady at the post office told him that comic books don't count as media mail because they're quote-unquote only pictures. That, to me, is so mind-boggling that we as a society often look down on images. For example, I am a very visual person. I make sense of so many of my experiences visually. And for example, I love having an illustrated journal and keeping track of memories and thoughts and opinions in images. And if I decorate, for example, a week or a day with certain stickers, that very much adds to the experience. Why would that be wrong? Somebody who's visually inclined, why would that be something that is, I guess, less intellectual? Maybe that's what they're afraid of. Like, I don't understand why we have to look down on images. Like, every kid draws. They have to be taught how to write, but they will draw just on their own. And again, what I'm not saying is that, there isn't something very valuable in writing your thoughts down. Like, I have certain experiences and certain thoughts that need to be processed in writing, and other things need to be processed in images. That's just how I see it. But this sort of like thinking that there's something wrong with being more visually inclined, I just don't think we are doing ourselves a favor there. Somehow I think this little branch is not working with my little cat pumpkin duo. Do I want to have that sit there at the bottom? Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I also saw, I don't remember who that was, but I saw a video that was also, again, talking about the overconsumption in the journal and planner community and how and she was, I think, specifically talking to women that we should do better with our time and with our resources than to buy all these stickers, especially for our planners, that we should spend more time actually planning and getting stuff done than stickering them up. And again, I can see where she was coming from, and overconsumption is a problem, but I think that historically, hobbies that women get into have always been criticized. The sources of joy for women have been criticized a lot. Like, women should just be, focused on household chores and their kids and whatnot. So I think that narrative, we need to be careful there. And I think there's a lot of people who probably use their planners more if they make it joyful and put stickers in. There's something very tactile about it. And so I think we shouldn't just dismiss stickers altogether, and the joy that they bring, and the sort of like actually using your notebook and sticking with a planning system or journaling system. I don't know. Hopefully this isn't too ranty, but yeah, I just found that fascinating that I've been encountering so many of these kinds of thoughts lately. Yeah. So yeah, I would be curious to know what you think, or if you have any opinions about that. Yeah, I'm trying to decide whether or not this needs a bit more, or if this is as far as I want to go for now, just so that there is room for things that occur on the day. Yeah, maybe. Do we want to do one more? So this was then October, so here we are in November. And I guess in November, yeah, but that's still fallish. November's still fallish, right? Maybe more the rainy gray kind of fall. But putting these cuties, or more of these dogs. Really like those dogs. Or these cat stamps. Let me get my washi tapes, actually. I'm currently storing my washi tapes in this big box, and I feel like I need to figure out a different storage solution because, I don't know, it's a little cumbersome and bulky. We have this cute brown tape here. Maybe we can create a little... Where's the start? Okay, I was trying to peel where there was actually not the beginning. So something that I like to do is just, well, maybe we go sort of like middle-ish or lower half. Give myself a patterned start to this, and then do we want to add one of these snippets to it? Those colors, I don't know if that, maybe something light. I think that's too busy. I think this pattern is already so busy, so maybe we don't do multiple. And so then this little strip of washi is kind of the starting point, or my anchor, And then I just start layering outwards from here. So then we have a little cat here, and then maybe one of these again. So I bought this as a sample because I wasn't quite sure how much I liked the overall pattern, but I've been using it non-stop ever since I got this sample, so I think that's a good sign that I might want to have the full roll. I've just been trying to be really careful and mindful of how many PT tapes I buy, because most of them are so long, like there's no way to ever use all of them up. But especially when it comes to these like florals or things that you can layer with a lot of other different things, if it's not just like image based or character based, then I feel like you get less tired of it. So you're more likely to actually use lots of it, if that makes sense. Yeah, so maybe that to break it up, and then maybe we can add something else small. Just a little small twig or little branch. There's a little flower right there. That works great. And I feel like this color palette is so nice. That goes with a lot of things and can skew towards different seasons too. So I guess that's really versatile. This is actually a new to me brand. I think it's called Novi. And yeah, it's really cute. And I found this sample from a new to me Etsy shop called Cheery Letters. They had a bunch of different PET tape samples, and so yeah, kind of fun. But I don't think they sell the whole roll, so I'll have to figure that out. Yeah, I think that can work. It's quite cute. Whoops. And see, it's sort of like opens up the page, so you can go lots of different ways from here now. I can write all the way, or I can have a section up here and a section down here, or even add a photo up here. So yeah, that's really what I'm looking for when I pre-decorate the pages. And so do I want to add anything to start off the left-hand side? Maybe some more pattern. What else do I have in terms of washi tape that can go with it? Maybe this gingham? That could be nice. Sorry for the abrupt cut. My camera only records 30 minutes at a time, and I didn't realize that I had been talking for 30 minutes already. So I'll show you what we decorated together. So here's the first week of November, really cute, and I like that there's still lots of space to add specific stickers and ephemera for that week. And then here's the Halloween week, which actually looks very friendly and bright, but you know, that's fine. Maybe I'll add some more of my pumpkin friends once I get into the week. And you know, Halloween doesn't need to just look scary and dark and black. You can decorate that however you want, right? And then here we have the cute little dog painting. So sweet. And then I decided to go with a little fall cat with her book. I felt like that was sort of, I had started to get into this academia vibe, and so her with her old book and stuff. I thought that looked really sweet. So yeah, that's that. Thank you so much for keeping me company while I get these started. And I hope you got some journaling done or relaxed while I chatted to you about things. Yeah, I'm excited to see how I get on with the weeks, and I'm hoping that that is gonna be the solution for my journaling needs. It is so very compact. I just very much like the size. So yeah, I'm hoping that this is a good fit. All right, enough blabbering. Again, thanks so much for sharing this time with me. Until next time, happy journaling!